And who do we have the pleasure with speaking with this morning?
Tianna Taylor.
Miss Tianna, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm 36. I got 5 brothers and sisters, 1 sister, 4 brothers. My mother and my father, they both their children together, but they married to separate people. I'm the oldest girl of 6, the first girl. I have a 15-year-old daughter, my only child. She the only child on both me and her daddy side.
Where'd
I
you
got 2
grow
cats
up
and a
at?
dog.
Where you grow up at?
I grew up
side?
all over. I grew up from the south side to Jennings to Berkeley to over here.
What schools did you go to?
I went to Roosevelt. Well, starting from elementary, I went to McKinley, Danforth, Oak Hill, Shepherd. Middle school, Humboldt and Blow. High school, Roosevelt, Vashon, and Jennings.
Did you graduate?
No. My 12th grade year, I decided to get a job. And the job and school, like my daddy said, didn't work out for me because he always told me you can't work and have a job at the same. I mean, go to school at the same time. But I did the opposite of what he asked me to do. Got a job anyway, got an apartment, got a car, and thought I was okay with that. And then 10 years later, my job shut down. I was on my job for 10 years, the job that I left my school for. I was on there for 10 years. I was a waitress for 10 years. And they ended up shutting down. And once they shut down, then I had to get out here and get experience in other things that I wasn't experiencing because I had that one job from the time I graduated. So now I'm just job to job.
What's your relationship like with your mom and dad?
Well, I don't talk to my mama like that. We was never close like that. But me and my daddy, we pretty tight. He just recently sold the house that we had built. Since I was 14 years old over here, over this way. He just recently sold the house, and now he living in an apartment because the house had no repairment since we had moved in 26 years, and it started falling apart. And he didn't have the finance to get the house back up to par, so he sold it and moved into an apartment.
What did your mom and dad teach you growing up? What are some of the life lessons that you can remember growing up?
My daddy always talked to us. He used to just talk for hours. Basically, actions speak louder than words. You could talk them on, you could talk them up, But if your actions say different, then it ain't no what they say. Ain't no work. Ain't no what's the saying?
Faith without works is
dead.
dead.
Faith without work is dead. So yeah, a lot of things he told me, he told me it was, how older people been there, done that, but you don't know that when you growing up. You just be like, oh, I'm going to show him, because a lot of times he used to tell me stuff and like, you think he was hurting my feelings because he just thought I couldn't do it because it was me. But he was really saying, he wasn't saying I couldn't do it, but he was saying, that's impossible. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to accomplish that. There's a lot of things you can do, but the things that I was trying to do, like everybody else, want to get out here, test the waters, think they know, and I didn't.
How did it feel, or how did it affect you losing your job that you kind of gave up your schooling for to pursue? How did that affect you in your life?
My whole world stopped when my job shut down. Me and my daughter's father, we had been together for 13 years. Our relationship broke up. Everything just started crumbling. And I think it was because the one thing in my life had crashed, and I just started seeing everything crumble, and everything wasn't crumbling. But the fact that I thought that it was, I just let it go.
And then after that, kind of where did life take you?
I don't know, it just opened up a world it just opened up time. And they say,
idle mind.
Yeah, idle minds, there was playground, and that's just what it is. Because I had too much time on my hands. Like, after I lost my job, I started trying to make fast money. Then I started going to jail at the age of 25. And by this time, my daughter was 6. I had moved back and forth in with my daddy because I left her father. It just,
You got sucked up into the street lifestyle.
yeah, I started hanging out with people like they say. You hang out with what you hang. The people you hang around is what you become or what you idolize or whatever. So the people that I had grew up with in the neighborhood where my daddy stayed at, because now I had more time, I would take my daughter over to my daddy house because I didn't have company. It was just me and my baby. So I would come over to my daddy house where the people that I grew up with was still over here doing the same thing they was doing when we was in school, skipping school. So I started hanging out with them, doing nothing. Then after a while, it becomes, when you have addictive behavior, it becomes a routine. And so it became a routine to just hang out with them. I didn't want to work no more. And then when I did get a job, I couldn't keep it because I was at work thinking about can't wait to get home.
How did that affect your relationship with your child?
Me and my daughter close, but she do understand. Well, it affected it. At first it didn't, but now that she older, I don't know if she thinking like I thought when I was a child. 'Cause my mama went there when I was going to be. My daddy raised me. Not saying that, it was inedible, but she the only child, and it affected it. It didn't affect it to the point where she hate me, or she don't want to talk to me, or she can't. Because I expect her that she can tell me how she feel. Sometimes I would try to tell her how she feel because that's how I felt as a child. But she was telling me that's not how she feel, and I can't make her feel like that. So she her own person. So I don't think we have a bad relationship. I just stopped telling her, because a lot of times I get an apartment, like I recently had one, and I end up losing it because I didn't have a stable job. And she had to go back and stay with her daddy. So I got tired of her being unstable. Then when my daddy sold the house, there was our stability right there, for real. So a lot of things, so that job really did affect me. But for real, it didn't, because if you want to, you get up, go get a factory job. They pay way more than, it ain't no salary, but they pay real good money, But the fact that I just got so comfortable with just being out and doing nothing, and then I've been in this relationship. See, it flip flop. As growing up, I didn't want to depend on a guy because my daddy raised me. I always feel like I had my daddy. And I always feel like I had my brothers. But now everybody is branched off and doing their own thing. My daddy and his wife, all the kids are grown, and he just tired. So now it's like, what I was going to think. So now it's like, I'm just comfortable with where I'm at. Like, I got this man that I'm with. We got a house. We share the house. I only have one source of income. That's my food stamps. And it's enough to pay an electric bill. Yeah, and put some food in the house. But he paid the main income of the bills. Not like I'm dependent on him either, because it's a 50-50 thing. A man is the breadwinner, and I keep the household as long as he got somewhere. Well, I'm not saying I'm a housewife because I'm not his wife, but that's the situation I'm in right now. Like, I keep the house. I got 2 animals. I got 2 cats and a dog. I take care of them. He provide and I supply. He provide and I, make sure everything is comfortable in place. He trusts me with paying the bills and stuff like that. But it just don't. I'm not. It don't. It takes a part of my pride that I have to depend on him, and then I don't want him to feel like. Then sometimes I feel like. Sometimes you feel like a person could feel like, that person is taking advantage of you because they feel like you are the only person and they the only person in your corner. But then I look at it too, because all he got is his mama, and she 86 years old. She's soon to be gone. But he also have another family that's not here in St. Louis that he reaches out to. So it's like we have each other, but it's not like that. Sometimes you can feel like people are evil. And he probably feel the same way. Everybody's perspective is different. Everybody have a different perspective on life. Everybody opinion about certain situations is different. But like you said, you know, everybody's so quick to judge. But when you in the seat, when you in the hot seat, then your perspective on the situation changes because you don't know what you would do. That's why they say never say never, because now it's justified when it becomes you. But you don't know that person's situation, so you cannot say that, oh no, I would do this different. No, you will not. You don't know what you would do, so don't say you cannot speak on it. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to judge people because you don't know what their perspective. Something you're not gonna always see everybody's perspective either. So I just learned to fall back on people on certain things that I have an opinion on, because people get angry about it. You know, people get upset. I get upset, and then we get to arguing about because you just want me to see your opinion, and then the argument becomes more than that. So a lot of times you have to pick your battles. A lot of times I just walk away. And
What kind of advice would you give a young lady who thinking about going down the same path that you went, leaving school, getting a job, and putting all her eggs in one basket, so to speak? What kind of advice could you give her, knowing what you know today?
Just listen to your intuition. Listen to yourself. Don't listen to the universe, the world. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to people. Listen to you. And you have to really be in tune with you to know what it is that you want.
If you can go back in time, Miss Tianna, and talk to a young Miss Tianna, knowing
I would
what you
follow
know.
my first mind. I would follow my first mind, and I would know that self-discipline is the key to success, period. You can want anything, but is it good for you? What is the outcome of it? What are you willing to deal with willing to deal with the consequences of that? And all the time, do you think everything? You don't have to think everything through, because a lot of times if you think too much, it's wrong. You know, you just go with what feels right. Because what feels wrong is always going to be wrong. You're going to always get the negative. And if it feels wrong, but okay, for this quick moment, it's not right.
In closing, Miss Tianna, we appreciate the time that you spent with us talking. If there's anything you want to leave us, positive advice, knowledge, wisdom, anything you want to leave us with on a positive note.
This quote that when you first asked me that, I said, okay, I read it somewhere and it stuck with me. It say nobody's perfect, but chasing perfection, you catch excellence, and they go hand in hand. And that's it.
We appreciate you, Miss Tianna. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.